Boom! Peace intro. What's up, guys? Well, a little bit of a different video. Anyway, I was just about to make this video and my granddaughter walks in. I got a package from Mr. Bruce. Another big box. This guy, man, my goodness, boy. I told you, like I said, man, we got a lot to go over. But anyway, I got the best people on my channel. I'm just telling you, man, everybody's so cool. And I'm trying to figure out a way, well, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I'm trying to figure out a way for us all to help each other get those. I don't care about basics so much anymore, but I know you guys do. Certain ones, but any cars. Trying to figure out a way to, which we already do, help each other, but maybe a little more. I don't know, I'll think about it. Maybe a blog on my website. People can post what they're looking for. We could help each other get it. I don't know if you guys want to trade with each other or what, but so many of us just give stuff away. But anyway, also, guys, I haven't shipped your winnings off. Sorry. But I do have those Datsuns I'm going to put up and some other cars pretty soon. But not right now. It'll be a little bit. But the other drawing is ready. I'll probably do it at least by this weekend. It's ready. I think McNasty and Mr. Kevin Kennedy bought the rest of the stickers. And so we'll get all four of those cars done, and we're going to shuffle because you wanted to shuffle, which I think it might be pretty cool to do that. And we're going to pick. Most people want to pick. So, and I'm still doing, if you get first place and second, you get to pick two of them cars, guys. And then I got some more. I got another one of those blue Ferraris. And anyway, we'll get to all that. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about now was basically like the title says, are you a scalper? You know, like, I'm only talking about this because it's just going around so much. Everybody's at it again, you know, about the scalper thing. And again, I don't want to impose on anybody's videos. There's been some good ones out there. Mustang Hunter just done one. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was pretty well put together. You know, it's got some good information there, and it's some good warnings and why a lot of this stuff happens and all, and a lot of it. But I have my own ideas about it as well, and I'm pretty sure I know why it happens, how it happens, and who created it. But I just started thinking, maybe we should, I just wanted to see what you guys think about my little opinion here as far as, am I a scalper? Are you a scalper? Who's a scalper? Who determines if you're a scalper? If you really know what a scalper is. And so I thought if we just looked at this with open eyes, be real about it, and use some deductive reasoning, we might be able to figure some things out. So, and again, this has nothing to do with nobody in particular, other than everybody. If anything I say is you, well, then I guess it's you. And I don't care. I don't really care, guys. I really do. Like I've always said about scalpers, I hated it when I get there and they're gone. To me, like I've said before in other comments, I think I've left a comment on the hotline at Diecast one time. He was asking about scalpers. What do scalpers mean to you or something? And my comment was, well, a scalper to me is somebody I got to beat to the store. It really is, guys. I can't do nothing about it. There's and in my area, your area is probably the same thing. There's just too many of them. I can't beat them. I got to go to work. And, you know, so it is what it is. But fortunately for me, I've never been a super guy. I did like to get treasure hunts, but it didn't really matter. And supers, never cared. So I was always just looking for castings I liked. And gassers mainly. And most of the gassers I've got, people have gave me. I don't find any really around here. They suck those up too. But you know, it is what it is. And I moved on. I don't collect those anymore really. I still like certain Hot Wheels, don't get me wrong. I'll still grab certain ones, gassers and stuff like that. But I don't care anymore. I'm not wasting my time with all that. I'm into premiums, okay, and other things like I used to be. But anyway, let's get on with this. You know, a scalper is basically, it was basically brought on bigger with like people that used to buy concert tickets or something. And but a scalper is pretty much anybody that buys something at a cheap price and then turns around and charges way more for it when they're harder to get or they're all gone or something. That's pretty much a scalper. Some people call it, oh, it's capitalism. Well, not really. It's a little more than that. It's a scalper. You know, you're charging a lot for something, and depending on how much you like it, the more they charge for it. All right, so that's what happens with scalping. Okay, so and when we go about cars, you guys are worried about the Hot Wheels. You're mad about the Hot Wheels, not as much on premiums, but premiums too, the 650 ones. $6. And I don't know where a lot of you guys maybe you still get them for $5, but most of them are $6.50, $7 after tax now. They're still scalping certain ones of those too because they can get more for them, 20, $30 or better. And but mainly mainline Hot Wheels, especially supers. Big A sent me this. All my supers, I found one street creeper a long time ago. Every other super I got, you guys sent me. And that's how cool you guys are. Free and clear. No scalpers. But Big A sent me this one. I'm assuming it's a treasure hunt because it says TH on there. I don't know. Looks like it's a treasure hunt. It's super cool. It's a Charger. I figure that's why he sent it to me. But it's pretty cool. I like his Charger. But I don't know. I guess that's a treasure hunt, guys. But anyway. Scalpers exist because of the collector. Because of you guys. I mean, let's just be real here. And a lot of people complain about them. Content creators left and right talking about them, complaining about them and how they run hobbies and everything like that. But collectors have created them. If you're buying from, if I buy this car for $1 and I throw it on eBay for, almost all you collectors accept the fact that a Super's worth $25 to $100. Some more. I mean, it's just, I hear it all the time for you guys. You know, you think nothing about paying $25 for a Super if you want it. $50, $100 if it's rare in your mind. I'm not criticizing either. Just saying. Because you guys will do this, people will scalp these. Okay? And here's the thing. You've heard tons of people say, well, you can't make, I don't know why they do it, you can't make money off of those cars. You're wrong. You're very wrong. If I pay $1 for this car, and let's just say I sold it for $25, right? If you were to break this down, like I had left a comment on Jason's channel, and it's the truth. When you have a business, normally it used to be, 50 years ago, if you could double your money, if I could turn $1 into $2 all day long, I could profit. And I could. Nowadays, you really need to triple or quadruple at least your money if you're gonna survive in a business. Okay. Now, if you take something like this that I pay $1 for, and then I throw it on eBay, and we'll go with the $25. Okay. But a lot of you guys are paying $50, $100. I mean, I've seen one where a guy wants $100 for a Super just recently. And they're all over eBay as well. So, but now if I sell that for $25, do you realize that if I sold it for $2, that's a 100% markup? I doubled my money. If I sold it for $5, that's a 400% markup. Do you understand? Now 25. That is a 2,500. Well, actually, that would be a 2,400% markup because of the dollar. 24 times what I spent on that. Now I go around and I get 10 of these. All right. There you go. So I made $24 off of the dollar I spent. And I do that 10 times. I just made $240. And what you don't get is these guys that are doing this, they have tons of these cars up there, different stuff they're selling. And they're making a lot of money because collectors are buying them. And if you weren't buying them, they wouldn't be selling them. They wouldn't be going and taking them. And I know that, it's still frustrating, but this is why it happens. And now, think about the guys who pay, because a lot of times for these JDMs and stuff, you guys have dropped $50. Well, some of you guys out there will drop $50 on one of these supers in a heartbeat. Well, I got to have that or more. So now look at the $50 one. That's a 4,900% markup. There is no business out there, even at the 25. You can't invest money anywhere and get that kind of return that you can on a $1 Hot Wheel. And see, the way so many people ignore, oh, you ain't making no money, is because you're looking at it like dollars and change. But if you will think back to in school, you probably heard the same thing about the penny a day and double it for 30 days, what it adds up to. Now, I know that's about compounding, but it's kind of the same thing where small things add up to big money if you get enough of them. And if you haven't ever heard of that, take a penny a day, double it for 30 days. Just 1 penny, then 2 penny, then 4 penny, and keep on going till it's $1 and double it for 30 days. You're going to shit yourself when you see how much money you got at the end of 30 days. Anyway, when these guys do that, they make bank. You may think they're not, but they are. All right. Now, they're not going to make that off of a Kaido house. If I bought a Kaido house for $20, you're not going to buy it from me for 40. Now, there may be some rare occasions where one's just that popular you might, but let's say you did. I got a 100% markup on it if I was able to sell it for 40. That's it. All I did was double my money. That's it. So it's not near as big of a markup as you are on the dollar super and some other dollar certain cars, but they don't usually go. Supers are the ones that they make big bank on them because people will pay that for them. And that's why everybody's out stealing supers. And now when you think about it, the kind of money now look at the guy who sells it for 100. I want 100 for this car. I paid $1 for it. He sells it. That is a 9,900% markup. He made $99 off of that car. Now, what if he ran around and he got 10 of those? Made $999 off of $10. $10. Tell me where you're going to get a return like that. You're not. And it's easy to say, oh, well, he ain't able to do that. Well, that's where you're wrong too. If I got that kind of money that I can guarantee myself I can make off of these, now you see why a businessman will go hit these stores and he'll find a person. And the way they'll tell them is they won't say, hey, I'll give you $20 to let me know when the next case drops. Some of them will. Some of them might say that. But a smart man's going to catch a hold of the guy and tell him, I'll pay you for each super you get for me. I'll pay you for each Porsche out of the Boulevard set you get. Whatever the hot item is, you're going to pay him. And if you know on a super that you're going to make that kind of money, you can tell that guy for every Hot Wheels that comes in, if you grab that Charger out of there, I'll give you $25 for each one you find, as long as it's a super. Especially if you know you're going to make 99. Now you're guaranteed that as long as this guy works at that store, you're damn right he's going to get a hold of you every super he finds of any kind. And you have different. So these guys will make these kind of deals with these people at these stores. And even if they don't, they'll do it the hard way. They'll get in there one way or another and they'll get to them cases. They'll figure, because they are motivated by the money they make doing it. And it's all possible because of the collector, us, which I don't buy them. I do buy some other things I probably shouldn't pay what I pay for, but so I'm not pulling anybody out. I'm saying that's why it happens. The collector. It ain't nobody else paying those crazy prices for this shit. I mean, you think nobody's paying that crazy price for that, but the collector. So we're the reason that those guys exist. Now, are you a scalper? Let's say I have this car. I have it now. But let's say I bought it. Okay? And let's say I decide to sell it. And I go on there, oh, it's $100. Here, I want $100 for this car. Am I now a scalper? Yeah, I am. Anybody that does that is. Because you're doing the same damn thing. It doesn't matter that you got one. It doesn't matter. You're doing the same thing that that scalper does. And you can't say, well, no, because he goes in and he takes all of the cars. Yeah, I believe you would. I believe most of you will take them too. You may not take all of them, but you're going to take some. But it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's 1 or 10. If you're selling it for that overinflated price, you're scalping. It's plain and simple. And but a lot of people are going to look at, well, no, no, no. Since it's me, I'm just getting what my car is worth. Okay. And it's different now because you're a collector. It's different for me. It's okay that I went to the store and I got it because it's for me. And oh, but you know what? I don't want it. I'm going to scalp it. I'm going to sell it. That's the same damn thing. You're still scalping, no matter how you cut it. It doesn't matter what you think. You are, in my opinion. So if that's the difference, is who decides who's a scalper and who isn't. Now, how do I blame this guy for going out and doing the same thing? And a lot of people will grab the extras and they'll use it for trades like that, which is more, I guess that's a little more fair. Like I grabbed the extra super and trading it to another person, which I give away my stuff, and most of my guys give away stuff. Almost all of you gave me my supers. I can give you shit for them. You just send them to me. Super cool. And but see, that's the difference. A lot of my subs, probably a lot of you guys got subs that way too, that don't do that. They don't go and do that. But now, and if you do, I'm not saying I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying it's kind of hypocritical to talk about the Hot Wheel and how Hot Wheels is going downhill because of scalpers and people selling them for outrageous prices when you turn around and you do the same damn thing. You're not different. You're not different at all. Um, it's just the way it is. Like, okay, look at this. I've got this. I think this was, I don't know. I didn't get to go to this place. I think it was, I don't know how much they were. $29, $30 at the show. I don't know. But I paid $100 for this. And I wasn't scalped. I didn't get it on eBay. Maybe I was scalped. But it was going for $150. I got it from Black Wolf Customs. And he already gave me one for free out of the kindness of his heart. So when he asked me, he said he had another one. Are you interested? I said, how much? I mean, them things are expensive, $150. And I don't want to rip you off on it. You already gave me one. He said, well, $100 and either he said 100 or I said 100. Either way, he agreed to it, and I wanted it because I'm giving this to somebody. Yeah, giving it. I paid $100 to get this, to give it to somebody, right? Not to turn around and scalp it or sell it for more. But that's the same thing. Let's say I did get it and I went to the show and I sold it for that high price like that. Well, I'm scalping it. It's plain and simple. Now, I do understand a reasonable price on things to help somebody get it. Like, let's say I went to this show and I was able to get, 4 or 5 of these or whatever, and they were $30 and I sold them for $50. I don't care if you guys sell them for 100. I'm just saying, let's just be real and honest about how this works. It's no different than you doing it. I don't see that, right? And again, if you're selling it for 100, I don't see that either, but you can't be hypocritical about it. But to me, even when I get RLCs for guys, they ask me to get them RLCs, I don't think I ever even charge them for shipping. It's a $25 car, okay? I say, oh, it was $25. That's what they give me. Now, a lot of guys, Diecast Clan, he'll always send me extra for shipping and everything else. But I pay to get it shipped to me, and then I pack it up, and I ship it to the person that bought it. I don't. Now that doesn't say anything, I guess, other than okay, maybe I'm stupid. I don't know, but all I'm saying is that if you're really trying to help people in the community and it ain't in it just for you, you'll do those things. You really try to help somebody like that, and a lot of people that I don't say, hey, yeah, it's $5 for shipping as well or something, I don't say any of that. I don't need to. I mean, it's hard to explain. In my circle, everybody just sends stuff to each other. Mr. Proust just sent another awesome package. I just saw the price. He paid $25 to send this box to me. I don't know if I should say that or not, but it's the truth. But we all know how generous Mr. Proust is. And a lot of the stuff that he gets, he could have scalped somewhere. So there's a difference here. And if he did. But I can't sit here and say these guys are destroying the hobby. They're taking this stuff and doing this stuff, and then turn around and tell you I want to sell this car for outrageous eBay prices. Because that just makes me the same damn thing. It makes me a scalper as well. I mean, in my opinion, that's what there is no difference, guys, if that's what you're doing. Because, like I said, if it doesn't matter, he goes and takes 10 cars or one car. He's doing the same thing. So, in my opinion, but I mean, so doesn't that make me a scalper if I do the same thing? But some people will say, well, no, because you went to the store with the intention to grab those things and sell them and scalp them. Does that matter? You guys want to buy them. You guys get on there and buy them from the very guy you complain about. And then, and I'm talking about the guys that do. A lot of you guys are going to say, I don't. I understand. But the guys that do, you buy them, and you complain about the guy that you just bought it from. And then after complaining, you may decide you're going to sell it. And what are you going to do? You're going to jump on eBay and see how much this thing's worth. And you're probably going to want the same damn price. How are you different than them? You're not. That's my opinion on it. And I think that it's just better to be honest about the whole damn thing, rather than to pretend all this, say all this, and act all this, and then turn around and sell shit for expensive prices like that. And but the going rate on that stuff is made from the scalpers because of the people buying it. So it does suck in the long run, and I understand what a lot of guys are saying about, I go to the store and I can't find anything. Well, that's why. The collectors created that problem. Whether you want to believe it or not, they did. Like, here's another thing that I like the cars, guys, okay? Sure, I think Walter one time said, it's nothing wrong with your car being worth more money and going up in value. Not at all. That's actually pretty cool, I guess. I mean, why not? But I don't give a shit. I mean, I collect the cars I like. So it doesn't matter how much it is, what it goes for. It's, if I like it, that's the one I want to get. So it doesn't matter. Like, okay, my point to this is RLC, okay? They changed it now. And before, you couldn't hardly get a car. It was so hard to get a car. You know, well, a lot of guys like that. You'll see them in comments everywhere. I hate how RLC is now. There's so many cars now. They're not rare anymore. Everybody can get them. They ain't worth as much. Well, did you want the car or did you want the value? I wanted the car. I think it's great that we can all get the damn car now. The lowrider. I got some more lowriders coming. I got the blue one. I think it's great we can do that. I don't give a shit that, oh, it ain't rare no more. It's not going to be worth it. I don't care. I wanted the damn car. So if you are really a collector and you wanted the car, why do you care why do you care? Because you ain't. That ain't really what it's about. I mean, honestly, you want the car for the value. Otherwise, you wouldn't give a shit as long as you could get your car. I don't. All I want is my car. I want one. Right? Well, now I get extra ones for the guys that can't get them. And sure, a lot of them are in the sticker drawings. A lot of them I just give away. And yeah, a lot of people just receive it in the mail. Like this guy. He's going to receive this damn car in the mail. Sure, I could throw it in a sticker drawing, but I didn't get it for that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because that's the difference in really collecting, really liking the car, and really sharing the cars without you having to give me something for that. And that's the truth. And like Mr. Proust, I don't think anybody can ever keep up with this guy. I can't send him enough stuff. Like, I got his cars there, and I'll fill a box up with tons of stuff I don't want anymore. Because I'm downsizing all this stuff. I've been going through a lot of these and everything. I want certain castings and that's it. And it won't matter. He'll turn around, he'll send me another box full of stuff, and there I am again going, dang it, man, it just doesn't end. I don't know where he pulls these cars out, but And it's a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys do the same thing. And that's what I think is the difference in all of it. So I guess maybe that's why I understand both sides of it. And to scalper, to me, sure, it sucks. They take everything. But there's so many of them now, and it's because of us and you, collectors that'll pay that ridiculous price. Now, I don't feel as bad because I paid Black Wolf Customs for this, and he didn't have it on eBay or anything. He wasn't doing anything like that I know of. I mean, because everything on eBay was $150, and so, you know, and he already gave me one for free. He didn't have to do that. So, I didn't want to, you know, rip him off or, you know, hey man, why don't you just hook me up with that dude? I don't want to do him like that. So I let him get some money out of it. Plus he's a family man. He's got some kids and everything. He could probably use the extra money. So again, if it's okay with me to think that this man here could use the extra money and I could give him $100 for a $25, $30 car, which I'm assuming that's what it costs. I don't know what it costs at the convention. But then why can't I assume the same thing about the guy I keep calling a scalper? I don't know what his life's all about. You know, I don't know how poor he might be, and he just scored himself a way to move these cars. And that's really the truth, guys. I know it sucks though, because it screws us, because we want to go find that car and it's gone. But I mean, it's gone because of us, or, you know, the guys buying them. If you're not buying them, they ain't gonna be doing it. And it shocks me when I see somebody, I'll give you $50 for that. You know, but the average going rate for supers are $25 to $50 every time I see them. 60, but some of them I see on there $100, $200, and I'm like, you guys are nuts, man. But I mean, look at me. I bought, you know, $300 for this. I'm nuts. So, and again, I'm not blaming I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying this is just my perspective on the whole situation. So Hot Wheels collecting is what you're going to make it. It's all this shit's existing, but if you're honest with yourself and true to yourself about, I like this car, so I got this car. Well, then don't complain about how you got it or what you paid for it or any of that. And be happy with what you find, what you get. Now, trust me, I know how much it sucks to go in there and everything's gone. And I don't hunt no more like I did, and I don't care about these basics anymore, so that helps. And what also helps me was I never cared about supers, so I don't really have that problem. But boulevards, I love the boulevards, and I wanted to get them, and I can't find them, and it frustrated me. But Mr. Pruce has saved me and pulled me out, and he's hooked me up every time with boulevards that I can't get. It's amazing, and he can stop at any time. He don't owe me anything, and But so I understand when I'd go in and I couldn't find my boulevards. You guys same way, and you just kind of get frustrated, but what can I do, you know? But now I'm on to the bigger premiums, the $20 and up premiums, sometimes $17. You're not scalping that, guys, and they're awesome castings, like the ones I'm doing in the drawing, the ones I'm giving away in the drawing. They're awesome. You're not scalping them. I mean, this is the, whose is this one? I ain't sent it off. Well, this is Mr. Pruce's Porsche. Look at that beauty. Now, this was $25, $24.95, I think. Might have been $23.95. So that's a $25 car. But that's beautiful. Now, okay. So you get this and you sell it for $30. You might get $30 out of it if you can't find it anymore. Maybe $35. If you absolutely can't find it no more and it's real. But you're never doubling your money on this. So scalpers want no part of this. And it's a beautiful car. And I would much rather these be taking up all the room instead of these $1 cars I got addicted to for no reason. And that's what happened. I mean, these are cars my grandsons opened and my granddaughters, but you know, just grab, oh, that's an awesome little car. I'm still saying they're cool and all, but they're not. They're just not worth the trouble of running around. They take up too much room. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Nothing against any of you guys that still collect them. I collected them. As you know, I have a bunch of them. But I just got sucked into there to buying way too many of them, and it's just. But now I still have excellent use for a lot of these because of customs. These, I think, customs are even better than those over there. You know, those, I think a Hot Wheels custom is just way better. And again, there's certain things that, you know, I mean, this Porsche wagon is just, it's still an awesome looking car. Look at that. It's just a dollar wagon, but it's awesome. I really love that car, even though it's just a plain $1 car. Tail lights, I mean, that's just beautiful. And the wheels don't look bad. They're not real riders or nothing, but still, it's a good looking little car. So I'm not saying I don't really, that they're junk or not. I'm just saying I don't really have I want nicer ones. Porsche, I never really cared about. But again, I got sucked into where, oh, I got to get that one too. That one looks good too. I got to get that too, you know. And next thing you know, I got all these Hot Wheels I don't really need, and so on and so on, you know. And Matchbox, these here I stuck out because I'm giving to my grandson. But I even grabbed all these back when they came out. The Barbie deal, the Mario car, the trailer with the motorcycle on it, stuff like that. You know, I don't really have to have that. But of course, when I'm collecting them, I'm thinking, oh, I gotta have that. I gotta have. Then that Barbie wagon, wasn't that Barbie thing when it came out? Weren't they selling that for $5 or $10 everywhere or more? Again, 500, 900% markup. It's profit, especially if it. Whoops, excuse me. Oh, sorry guys. Wife made homemade beef stew. Ooh, it was delicious. But I had to fix the damn disposal. She calls me at work. There's water all under the sink. I'm like, what? Come home and disposer's working, but seal must have went out because there's water running right through it. So I had to change that. But I had to do that before I ate because I didn't want to do it after I ate and crawling under the sink and crap. And so I'm sitting there smelling that stew the whole time. Sorry to change the subject, but I just finished eating it. Oh my God, it was so delicious. I don't know if you ever make beef stew, but I'm telling you, maybe you do and you make it great. But one of the tricks I see is searing the meat. Sear all the stew meat. Sear it real good before you throw it in the slow cooker. Oh man, it's such a. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Hot Wheels. You know, here's one I believe Derek gave me. I'm pretty sure Derek gave me that years ago, and I just threw some wheels on it. I got from Mod My Ride. They're deep dish. Pretty cool looking. I like that car. I believe it was a premium in the beginning because he sent it to me with no wheels, so he obviously stole the wheels on it. And so he must have wanted what wheels were on it, but pretty good looking car. So yeah, I mean, I still think a lot of them are cool. And of course, I put some wheels on this Pagani. Done the same thing. Put some DPs on there. Pretty nice little car. And so no, I'm not knocking them as far as that goes. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm on to different things now. So I don't have a whole lot of that problem anymore. Certain M2s I may want to find, I won't find because people will still scalp those. Even if they can just double their money. Because, you know, if you got something like that and you're doubling your money here and there, they could still make money at it. But yeah, those are the things that if all they were able to do was double their money, they're not going to make as much as you can off of these supers when people pay that kind of price. Like I said, I just seen one not recently, $100, and on eBay they're everywhere, $60 on, and I'm sure people are buying them. We even know people in the community, and I'm not knocking you, that have paid $40-50 for supers that they just had to have. And again, I'm not knocking you or anything. I'm just saying that's what creates the market, and that's why it happens. So we just got to be real and honest about it and just know it. But we can't turn around and talk about how it's destroying everything and then turn around and do the same damn thing, because you are. Just because in my mind, just because I'm a collector, I can't turn around and say, well, you know what, I want this, I want to sell this for the same damn price they scalp it for on eBay or more. It's just totally hypocritical. I mean, so Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because other than that, I just think that if we just collect, try to get what you like, and in my case, all of my guys are so cool that we can usually tell each other. I mean, I try to help them find it, and if I do find it, I send it. Um, uh, I mean, what can I do? Mr. Bruce, he sends stuff for me to pass out to you guys, and so I think that's cool. And like I said, all you guys that sent me supers, you could have, the deal. You could have, these guys, I'm talking to my guys, my group, our whatever, they could have threw those supers on eBay and sold it. I mean, I'm sure Big A could have sold that. Hector sent me them, mini Stangs, tons of people have sent me supers, and they could have sold all of them. But they sent me one. That's a collector's mind. That's not, oh no, I can't, that thing's worth this, that thing's worth that. It's not really not. It's not like that. That was my point about the Red Line Club guys. I see them in comments on people's videos. They're pissed off that all of us can get them cars now because they wanted the rarity. They wanted it to be limited to where, remember I don't know if you guys remember, but you used to have to fight to even get a membership. I mean, you had to get it the way like the baddest car that comes out right now. You're trying to get it, and you don't. That's how membership used to be even buy these damn cars. So you couldn't even get it. Well, they wanted to go back to that, but a lot of these guys that want that were probably guaranteed to get their membership. But now they got it and you don't. Well, I'm not a collector, guys. I'm not a nanny boo boo. Look what I got and you don't. No. I want all of us to have this car if you want it. I don't want it to be, where, oh, that's not right. They were able to get it too. Man, well, who the hell acts like that? I mean, come on. And if it's because your value won't climb. Okay, so it's not about having the car. It's about having the value, right? See, and okay, if that's how it is. But just say, don't lie about it and act like it's not if it is. You know what I mean? I mean, we all have our different reasons, and it's okay if you are a collector that I want to collect it for value. I'm trying to build up value. Okay, hey, that's cool too. Just say that's what, it's what it is. I mean, people collect stamps for value and coins because they want value. I mean, that's cool. But don't pretend like all this other shit don't matter. That's my point on the whole thing, guys. I'm not knocking anybody, and I'm not even trying to compete with those videos that came out. They were really good, edited, put together well, explain a lot of it in a wide variety. But I just hadn't heard anybody talk about the reasons why the scalper exists. And are you a scalper? You just might be if you're doing the same damn thing. It doesn't matter, again, it doesn't matter if you've only got one and you're doing it, or if you got 10 and you're doing it. You're doing the same damn thing. Doesn't matter. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments, but that's the way I see it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't know how else it could be. And again, I don't care what you do. I'm just saying that's why it happens. So now, I probably should just end it there, and I'll open this box from Mr. Bruce on a different video, so I'm not getting it all mixed into this nonsense, which I don't really call it nonsense, but I just hope I put some more understanding on, and I hope you understand why it's happening and see what I'm saying is true. It's because of us. If you're not buying it, they ain't selling it. And if you want to buy it, fine. And again, if you're going to complain about them and say they're destroying the hobby, well, don't turn around and do the same damn thing. I mean, otherwise you're just doing the same shit. I mean, what the heck, man? I mean, it doesn't matter. But again, a guy with a business mind is going to do this. Why is it Hot Wheel? Why is it the Hot Wheel Super? Because he can make so much money on it. If he could do that with Nike Air Jordan tennis shoes or whatever, he'd do that too. But this, whether you guys believe it or not, is a large percentage markup on supers. I mean, it is worth it to them. They don't even need to know anything about this damn car other than I can make 25, 50, 100 times what I put into this quickly, especially if people are, it's a certain JDM or something that is going to go, they know it. And they'll go get as many. And if they got hookups in all the stores, they'll get them. And we've all seen the videos where some of these stores, like most of me, I'm sorry this is dragging on, but I'm trying to touch on all these bases. A lot of you guys probably like me, your stores might get 4 or 5 cases, but you'll see videos of guys somewhere, wherever they live, these stores are getting 10, 15 cases. And you're like, damn, I ain't never walked in a store and seen 10, 15 cases sitting there, and they're big walls just covered in all. Well, those guys are scoring. They're going through there and scoring. And so it's worth it to them when they're making that kind of money off of them to slide some money to people. And it's all considered business, no matter how you look at it. We may think it's shitty and it sucks, but it's in his mind, it's business. And in the person he's paying off, that's business. You're working that job and somebody comes in and says, hey, you stack all toys? Yeah. Tell you what, you find any of these, I know they're only $1. I'll give you $10 for every one you give me. And then the guy takes it, puts it on there for $50, whatever. Yeah, I'm working there, and I come across them. Why wouldn't I do that? I get a shitty job anyway. I'm gonna get an extra. I've just found 5 of them today. I can get me $50. Hell yeah, dude, got you 5 of them. I'll go buy them from the store because I'm allowed to. I'm an employee. I'll give them $5. Here you go. I want these cars, and then I'll go meet you in the parking lot. Here, where are my $50? Duh. I mean, it's not hard to figure out. And then guys that have inside people that are family, they probably don't even have to pay. and so it gives them incentive to do that. Dollar Trees anywhere. And so that sucks, but it's how it is, guys. And it's all because you will buy them. So anyway, sorry I rambled on and on and on, but it's the truth, I think. And let me know. Maybe you guys disagree, but it is. And I can't sit here and complain about what people charge for this shit and then turn around and do the same damn thing. I mean, if I'm doing that, then what the hell am I talking about? But yeah, I think I'm going to save this for Mr. Proust, but I sure want to open it. But I don't think I'm going to open it on this video because I probably struck some nerves with some people, that, especially ones that don't understand what I'm saying. But if you have a business mind and you look at it through open eyes and you think about it as being a real collector, and if you're good at putting yourself in other people's shoes, which again, I know I use my mama a lot, but my mom always said, put yourself in other people's shoes before you start making these decisions. And I'll tell you what, if you'll just do that, honestly do that, look at something through somebody else's eyes, you'll have a lot more understanding of a lot of things that you didn't understand before. And sometimes what that takes is it has to happen to you. But as time goes by, if you'll practice that, you'll get to where it doesn't have to happen to you to understand it. Prime example, you see a homeless family with some little kids. Probably touches your heart. Well, at that second, you probably put yourself in their shoes and you're like, oh my God, that would suck to be in that position. There you go. Prime example of what I'm talking about. But some people, they don't see that. I had a brother that would just say, I don't understand homeless ass people. I'd never live like that. I was like, dude, you know how close you could be to becoming homeless? Most people are 2-3 weeks away from that. You could end up under that damn bridge yourself. Well, some people have to get there before they see that shit. They have to literally be in those shoes before they're like, oh, damn, this does suck. No, I'm just saying, let's look at it from every perspective. And when you do, you're going to understand a lot more why it's happening. And a lot of us, we're the reason it's happening. It's the truth, guys. Sorry. But anyway, all those videos are good. And there's a bunch of people. I mean, there's some new guys. Well, I call them new because I hadn't seen them before. They're making videos about the treasure, or about the scalpers and everything. And I've been checking them out and listening and all. And so I just thought, man, I ain't heard anybody talk about why. Well, this is why. This is exactly why it's happening. But again, over here on Hewlett's Hot Wheels, all our homies, we don't act like that. We help each other out. And guys, I wanted to try to figure out a way to, Mr. Tapia, here's something I can say, but I don't know who can help. Mr. Tapia wants the red edition Porsche. He's trying to find some red edition Porsche that come out. I don't find them as much. He's trying to find, it's a tuned red edition Porsche. Now, this is a picture. This isn't him holding them in his hand. This is a picture of this is a picture just showing that he's trying to find any of those tunes. So, tune Mr. Eddie T. We all know him in our group. Anybody happens to come across those, maybe you can reach out and get him one or two or something. I mean, I don't know. But he asked me to keep an eye out, and I said, I sure will, buddy. Because I do. I try to help everybody find what we can. And, it's just cool to do that if we can. And I know you're like, what? I'm supposed to find it and ship it to them? Well, that's what we do. But it comes back. But now you guys, I understand. And I'm not saying it's bad to trade. I'm not saying it's like, hey, do you want to trade something? That's cool too. I mean, sometimes that works out, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If people are just being fair, there's nothing wrong with, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of it. I'm just saying understand what it is. And, that it is what it is, like they say, it is what it is, man. And as much as it frustrates us not being able to find the stuff, it is what it is, man. So anyway, guys, I think I am not going to open this box on this video. I don't want to taint it. And Mr. Pruce is too nice of a guy. I want to keep that episode nice and cheerful. And, I wasn't trying to piss nobody off. Man, I thought I snatched that moth out of the air the other day. I just seen him fly by. You know what? I probably missed him, but I bet that sucker ain't going to breed. I bet he can't breed because I had to have clipped him. Anyway, he's too nice a guy. I want to try to have a nice clean episode for there. And again, not trying to brag on anybody in particular. And I know a lot of times when you do these videos, some people think, oh, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. No, I'm talking about everybody. I might be talking about you. Are you doing that? Maybe I am talking about you. But it's all of us. I'm talking about all of us, how it works. It is just how it is. And so anyway, guys, like I said, I got all these cars. I want to do that drawing when I get it. And I've got all these packages I want to get to everybody. I haven't sent them. Rat Black, everybody, man. I haven't sent them. And biggest reason is I got to go through here and pull some more cars out because I always send something with it. And believe it or not, when you got 8 or 9 packages to send out, it's hard to go through and find things to send these guys. Extra cars. Like, well, would he want that? I don't know if he'd want that. Shoot, I don't know. Oh, I bet Eddie P. Matter of fact, Mr. Eddie T, his lowrider's still over there. I ain't sending his lowrider. I need to get on a ball and get this shit done, man. I've been busy. Well, it doesn't matter. It ain't no excuse. I need to get it done. Rico Bobby. I still got that ugly ass Boulevard over there he wanted, but I got to find something to put with it. Yeah. So there you go. Any of you guys that do this, But anyway, yeah, we'll figure out a way to do this so we can share and try to help each other find these things. But until then, I'll just do what I can to help the people that's in my community. And I haven't done it because I don't know that I got the time to make it happen. But I thought about trying to do some lives where I could communicate with you guys live on here. And we could talk to each other more in the comments like they do on lives. And maybe some of you guys can help each other that way. Like, well, I got that car. You want it? Do you want to trade me this? You want to trade me that? I don't know. But I never do because I just I can never guarantee the time to do that. I never know when I'm going to be able to do anything, guys. It sucks, man. I'm still on overtime. You believe that? It just ain't ended. I'm on overtime so much now. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get off. Other than I'm going to try to obviously do cousins, but I'm going to feel like I have all the free time in the world when I get off that overtime. Oh my God, man. I'm so used to getting up at 3:30 in the morning now and not going, coming home 5:30, and just the next thing I know, well, fall asleep in my chair. No matter how I try, sit there and I fall asleep. I mean, it sucks. Anyway, guys, let me let you go. And again, I wasn't trying to make nobody mad or anything or step on any toes or compete with any videos. My videos, as you know, they're just the same old shit. Just some old guy mouthing and saying shit and said no edits, no anything like that. So, but I hadn't heard anybody talk about why this happens, who's doing it, and how do you decide who's a scalper? Because, might be surprised, huh? So I thought I'd mention that. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and I will get that video done with them cars, them drawings done, and get these cars sent off. I am ashamed. I am ashamed at how many cars I got sitting over here that I still got to send. That That ain't right. I should have already had that done. I even got a couple cars. Oh my gosh. I still got Mondo's cars sitting there. Oh, geez, man. Yeah, I feel like an ostrich. I should be burying my head in the sand. How ridiculous, guys. Anyway, let me let you go. Peace. Outro.